Hello, welcome to the second episode of The Real World. I know in the last episode I was trying to figure out what I wanted to call it because I had done something called 30 Under 30, and then what else was I going to call it? I don't remember, but we're calling it The Real World based as a little funny nod to a certain series from a channel that plays music videos, okay? And we're labeling it the REEL world, not REAL world. It's mostly a nod. It's an homage, okay? I'm DeeCee. I'm an MLM dropout, and I talk about the deceptive business practices, deceptive health claims, and deceptive recruiting practices, mostly in multi-level marketing, but I also talk about other things like controversial individual scams, and I also craft and game on my channel, but that's besides the point. Today we are doing a Real World Episode 2 on Afnan Khalifa. And if you missed the live stream and you're interested in hearing more about her after you watch this, hopefully under 30-minute video, you can check out the live stream, and I will also link it in the description. I'm going to go ahead and roll the disclaimer, the please don't slap us YouTube disclaimer, and we'll get started right after that. If you do not know who Afnan Khalifa is, she's a top leader in iGenius, formerly 𝐔𝐒𝐄 She's a part of the Game Changers team run by her brother, Brakan, and who's the other guy? There's another guy, and I'm drawing a blank, and no, I'm not going to look it up right now. If you know who it is, you can drop it in the comments, but if you don't want to, that's okay too. We did a little bit of a history dive on her yesterday. She went on a podcast and told us her origin story. And you know how I love a good origin story, so we went through that. And surprisingly, I found a lot of reels where she's giving advice. And so we're going to listen to that too today. I'm excited for you to join me, and we'll pop it up right here. We're going to put it right here today. I don't know. We're just trying new things today. All right. Which phase are we in today? Hard times or soft people? Afnan? What? I know I'm a little wrinkly. These are clean clothes. I'm just a mess, you know? And I don't even need to lint roll my hat because my dog's fur is pretty much white and my hat's white. But do we need to lint roll this? Yes. Okay. Technical difficulties aside, let's begin again. Which phase are we in today? Hard times or soft people?
Probably have heard this before, but I need you guys' opinion on which phase are we in right now. So hard times build hard people, and hard people build good times. Good times build soft people, and soft people build hard times. Which phase do you guys think we are in today?
She told us yesterday that she believes in doing controversial content for the sake of playing the viral game. So she tries to say things that maybe she doesn't necessarily believe in, but she's going to say them because she wants to be controversial for the views. Okay? I don't think that you are choosing to be hard or soft. I think that life is complicated. I think that people are complex, and most people are doing their best. It's twisty out here in the real world, and it's more complex than saying, oh, you're just being lazy and soft. No, absolutely not. What are you drinking? I'm drinking a Clearly Canadian. I've taken, reminder, drink some water. Maybe make sure to take your meds. I'm taking mine right now.
People actually get into depth these days, especially I think the greatest influencer, which is social media. A lot of people now are getting more in depth than any other year. People see stuff and they're like, well, I want to have that bag, car, shoes, designer, and they get influenced. They're like, okay, well, if I can't afford it, let me, put on a credit card and just pay it off as I go, because we're in this society where I want to look rich. I don't care. Most people, and I hate to say it, most people care more about looking rich than actually being rich. So they will spend every dollar that they have, and they don't don't have to look like they got it together. To look like every single weekend I'm gonna go to the restaurant and be there with my friends, go to the club, spend it on bottles, buy the Gucci, even if I don't have it, just to look amongst my friends that I have it all under control.
Yeah, I think
Afnan, the person who said on the stream yesterday that you blew through your first, whatever it was, $1 million, you were spending $50,000 a day on luxury goods and then $30,000 a day on other stuff. And then you can now sit on your high horse in this interview and say, oh my gosh, people are trying to look like they have more than they do. When you blew through so much money when you first got it, it seems pretty hypocritical. And yeah, are we seeing another series today where someone is clipping random clips that aren't really driving home? That's just my opinion. This is my channel. It's commentary. If you don't agree, you can drop it in the comments. This may be the one where she's yelling, so buckle up.
This is what I've learned by being in this business for the past 3 years. There is no secret that the 1% is not sharing. The secrets are out. Maybe that was like a couple of years ago. There are so many podcasts. There are so many mentors. There are so many coaches. There's so many books. There's so many everything. All the secrets to become wealthy, to make a lot of money are out. But here's the problem. There are secrets that the 99% do not want to believe.
What?
Listen, Afnan, the twisty thing here is that they're saying this stuff on these reels, and then there's a subtle drop to join a multi-level marketing company called iGenius, which seems to be behaving like a schmear image schmeme, you know?
My first month in the business that we're in, I made $18,000. I called my job and I was like, I quit. No 2 weeks notice. I'm too rich. Don't call me. Don't text me. Bye-bye. Buy designer. Travel to this. Give this person money. Do this. And I would just spend it. Not keep a dime. It was traumatic.
Why?
Because at that level where I was making $25,000 a month, a lot of people were looking up to me.
It used to be like our business or nothing. Our business or nothing.
I hate to say it.
I thought I really figured it out. I was like, everything else that they've been training me on, I don't need this. Like, cool mentorship, thank you. If not, thank you, to every other mentor. Like, I got it. Like, I figured it out. Maybe y'all were behind or something. Like, I really thought I figured out a better way. Clearly, I found something. Like, I reinvented a wheel. Like, guys, I thought I was Einstein.
What? I know I keep saying what. I know it's annoying as hell. I don't even... Can I ask the question, is it, and if you disagree with me, you can let me know in the comments, is it actually traumatic to have $25,000 a month coming in? Or is it a lot to figure out how to manage? It seems that there is a lot of perks and access you get to bringing in that much money a month. That you can have a security in housing, that you can have a security in being able to get access to medical care. Now, I think you get free access in Canada, so that wouldn't be something on their radar. But here in the United States, that would be meaningful. Insurance is hella expensive here. So are taxes, rent, car, gas, just living in general, food. I don't know if I agree, and we don't have to agree, if I would classify that as it being a traumatic situation. I don't know. Sorry, I know you can hear me playing with stuff on my desk when I'm reacting to stuff. I get a little nervous. Why are you on YouTube then? I don't know.
It's like you forget sometimes that we are in the broadcasting business. We are in the showing business. You can do all the calls, you can do all the trainings, you can use all your services and your products, but if you don't show it, if you don't tell people about it, if you don't actually show people that we actually do the business, we didn't just get rich out of nowhere. We didn't just have 1 million people on our team just out of nowhere. No, we actually do the work, and we gotta start glorifying the work and showing the work to people. So on social media, when you do a team training, I need you guys to show it. When you have a team member that have made $500, I need you guys to brag about that person, because other people will see themselves in that person. So show off and brag.
Show off and brag. FTC, where are you at? What do you mean show off and brag? Because that literally is against the rules here. You can't show a luxurious lifestyle without offering a disclaimer every time. So when she's saying you need to brag about the person who's made 500 or 5,000, whatever she said, that is alluring people to join the opportunity because everyone thinks that they can do that when that's not necessarily the case, especially when you're messing around with crypto. She is getting money every time that her downline renews their subscription. $25 for each person. It's the fast bonus. Get ready for more yelling. Let's go.
People really don't want to believe, like, it's out there. But I get it. Before I made $10,000 a month, right? And that was like many years ago. That was like, oh my God, that's a lot of money. And then you make it and you're like, wait, if I made this much money, I probably can make a little bit more. And then you make a little bit more, you're like, woo, if I made a little bit more, maybe I can make a little bit more and more and more, and it becomes addicting. But you don't get addicted to the money. You get addicted to the progress. Because you realize, you're like, wait, I just gotta work on my skills. And if I work on my skills, I can make more money. This is simple. And I just gotta be more consistent, which we've heard it, yesterday and today. It's like simple things, but what's easy to do is also easy not to do. We know that, right? So it's easy also not to do.
It gets addicting, but then she corrects herself and she said the money isn't addicting, the progress is addicting. Well, you're getting money with that progress. And she made $18,000 her first month in 𝐔𝐒𝐄, which is now iGenius, and they changed their name because they got in trouble with the SEC. I think that's my opinion. She's saying, oh my gosh, making $10,000 a month was just so long ago. How normal is it for the first month in a multi-level marketing company that you're going to make $18,000? And if you missed the live video yesterday, she said that her biggest loss so far in the market was $200,000.
Our words are very powerful. I was talking to a girl yesterday and she was saying, yeah, it'll be nice to make an extra $1,000 a month. I'm like, it'll be nice? Just nice? You just want $1,000 a month? It sounds like you don't really need it. It sounds like it'll be nice, right? So do you think she will get it soon? I don't think so. So we gotta stop being so casual with our words. Can we start normalizing using millionaire more often? 7 figures, that's like the stepping stone. And then we talk 100 million. Then we talk $1 billion. But we gotta start normalizing that $1 million is not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money because it can be spent so easily.
Because it can be spent so easily, that is laughable coming from the person who blew through her first $1 million. I'm not trying to be judgy, but it's such an uppity position to be in, to talk about how little a life-changing amount of money can be for someone else. Saying that how little that is for you, how much of a stepping stone that is for bigger and better money. And to normalize million, 100 million, billion, 7 figures. It is an allurement to throw numbers out like that when you are in front of a potential recruiting base, because people have actual things that they are looking to fill in their life because they maybe need to meet a deficit that they don't make enough to cover their rent. They don't make enough to be able to cover their rent and maybe their insurance. Maybe they don't even have insurance. Maybe they don't make enough to cover their rent and a full month of groceries. And you're saying, oh, $1 million can be spent so easily. It feels like an eye roll of a lifetime to me.
Every single day when I wake up, I don't check my Instagram, I check my bank account. Sometimes we think we're rich, but it's like, whoa, that bank account shocked me real quick because I don't know whose numbers are those. These are not my numbers. We know what you focus on grows. So if you're focusing on your bank account, it should grow. You need that reality check every single day. You see you have $1,000 that's in your bank account, you gotta look at it every single day, and that's gonna motivate you. We gotta start focusing a little bit more. Focus on the thing that you wanna grow.
Focus on the thing that you wanna grow? Who says that? Where's the science that actually talks about that? And I get it. If you're working towards a goal and you focus on the steps that you know you need to do to move towards that goal, and you're focused on it about achieving those things, I get that. Is this a manifestation thing that I don't understand? I feel like I need to watch more of Danielle Ryan's videos on debunking the manifestation stuff, because a lot of the terminology I'm like, what? This is what I've learned by being in this business for the past 3 years. There is no secret that the 1% is not shared. The secrets are out. Maybe that was like a couple of years ago. There are so many podcasts. There are so many mentors. There's so many coaches. There's so many books. There's so many everything. All the secrets to become wealthy, to make a lot of money, are out. But here's the problem. There are secrets that the 99% do not want to believe. I feel like that was a repeat. Maybe it was. Sorry. The yelling, it just felt so familiar. I find it irritating, and this is just me. Yes, a crochet hook as a wand. I find it irritating that whoever is doing the social media for Afnan and Rakan and what is his Kane? Oh, that's his name. I'm sure y'all were screaming at the screen because I couldn't think of his name. Kane, I think, is Rakan's upline, and Rakan is Afnan's upline. And Rakan was formerly involved with Jessie Lee Ward. So if you have come to my channel because of the Jessie Lee Ward content that I've been covering, that's the connection of interest maybe for you. I'm covering Afnan because the influence she has, the continuous disregard for the rules that the FTC has, that she is fully aware of, because in the podcast that I looked at yesterday, she knows what she can and cannot say, and she still does it anyways.
The person with the highest IQ usually ends up not as successful as someone with a low IQ. High IQ means you're extremely intelligent, extremely analytical, extremely observant, because you have a high IQ. You're gonna do the best research. You're gonna ask every single question. You're gonna watch every single video before you actually take action. You can tell how successful someone is by how they execute something that they've learned. We all know those people that have read all the books in the world. They're amazing readers, but they never apply anything. We don't want to be that person. I want to learn something. I want to write it down, apply it. Learn, apply, learn, apply.
I don't think that's an accurate description of intelligence at all. Maybe we're just picking a random definition that works in what we're saying. She's saying that you don't have to be intelligent to be successful at iGenius. I agree. You just have to have a lot of money and potentially a lot of money to lose, because whatever you invest, you have to be ready to lose it. And their automation software, where they're giving you trade alerts, you don't have to know what that means. And then you're listening to this, it's like, wow, that sounds great, DeeCee. No, it's not great. There's people here on YouTube. Turd Girl 1 is an Instagram account that covers iGenius and the nitty gritty of what it means. I don't remember what I was saying, but I don't think that you have to be intelligent to be successful somewhere. Sometimes being able to focus and work hard and do the tasks and do them consistently, and then building on the knowledge that you do have, you can get better in any spot. I think that intelligence really matters in a lot of jobs. I just don't think that you need it in iGenius. And I think that they take advantage of people, in my opinion, by saying it's so easy, anybody can do it. And the AI and our trading team is going to give you the best recommendations to trade so that you'll lose the least amount of money, and then you end up in a twisty spot. And the people who are always winning in these situations are the uplines. It's people like Afnan and Rakan and Kane and others. Because when you're plugged in, making the monthly subscription and investing and doing all that, they are always making a commission off of you.
Just help someone, even if it's just a small help. Because I know once they achieve their goal, they're going to be like, Afnan, thank you for giving me that tip, because it really switched something in my mindset that got me to where I am today. And it's like, I'm not taking any ownership of their success. It's all them. But knowing that you contributed toward it and it didn't take anything off your plate is so beautiful.
Didn't Jessie Lee say something like that and then she contradicted herself? Oh, look, is that an Hermes blanket she's sitting on? Doing this podcast is it's an interesting sales positioning, because you always look your best. You have luxurious clothing and you're surrounded by other luxury. You have the little awards you've won behind you. People are watching it saying, oh, I want to be part of her team. I want to be successful like she is. I want to be able to have clothes like she has. I want to be able to have luxury goods like she has. She's got her Christian Louboutins right there. It's so overt. I'm not a fan. If you like luxury, that's fine. I'm not going to play in the logical fallacy of saying I don't like Afnan and she has luxury items and therefore anyone who has luxury items I don't like. I'm not going to do that shit here. It's such a distasteful way to market, in my opinion.
The world turns into AI where you don't need to talk to any human beings. How awkward are people gonna get? How less human? Suicidal rates are gonna go up. Depression rates are gonna go up, because guess what? We thrive when we have human interaction. I'm such an extrovert, and I know you're not an extrovert, but I know we both look forward to when we record this podcast to actually have this human interaction.
Introverts recharge away from humans. It doesn't mean that they don't like talking to people sometimes. Now, sometimes people have a hard time interacting. I have a hard time, and if I'm in a more anxiety space, I have a really hard time making eye contact with people. And I know that is a big deal for some people. They take it really as super offensive if I cannot look at them in the eye. I don't know what to say. The more stressed and the more things that are like textures and sounds that are impacting me, it is hard. It's hard to look at someone in the eye. AI, I think, is potentially, there's lots of pitfalls for sure. Right now, example ChatGPT helps real humans just get through the boring stuff that you don't really need a human to do. And the human then gets to make a decision faster, and we get to get a product to someone faster, or we get to make what we are being paid worth it because we can get through some of the tedious stuff at a faster pace. Now, do I think that what you can use AI for it goes far and above beyond ChatGPT? Yes. Do I think that there's potential dangers there? Sure, I do. I don't think that it means that people are not going to interact with each other. And I will say this. I know that some people are like, oh, no, parasocial relationships. Moving around all the time like I do, and being sick currently and getting to interact with people in the live chat. And because I don't have too many like in real person, real life friends, it is meaningful to me getting to go back and forth with it when it's on a live video, or even getting to respond to comments, or even on Instagram. I feel like I've made some real friends. And you can say, oh my gosh, they're not real. Well, come back when you move around all the time and people don't necessarily, when they find out that you're going to be leaving because you get moved to a new duty station every 2 years, how excited they are to be friends with you or to make a deep friendship because they know you're going to leave. And then say that being able to connect with people with a tool like the internet and have some kind of connection isn't a good thing.
And then before we get into it, and they think an alpha male can almost control another male and another female. Yeah. Like that, they can get people to, like, they can steer people around and tell them what to do and what not to do in a manipulative way. And I have a lot of people in my life that are alpha male, or they think they are. And, you know, I've heard it directly from them where they told me, they're like, Afnan, if you want an alpha male in your life, you're gonna be okay with him cheating.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. Let's
hell no.
You should be okay with him cheating.
Explain, sir. Explain. That's not no. That's not an alpha male. It's a
douche canoe. I kind of want to listen to this podcast now. I think maybe Tish is covering it. Echo. What are we talking about? What do you mean? It's a douche canoe who does that. It's not an alpha male. It's just a douche. I spilled my drink. I did not have a lid on it. Rip to the clearly Canadian.
Guy was telling me, you're so full. I'm like, I'm scored. My cup is full. It's over. It's flooding, boy. I'm drowning. It's too good here. You can't even handle it.
This is from her podcast reels, I guess. That was meaningless. I don't know why I shared it. I'm sorry. I am going to leave it in.
Obviously, money is great. I'm like extremely happy with everything, you know, that I've accomplished. But it's the woman that I had to become, that I had to grow to achieve all of that, because all of that would never have happened if I was the woman I was before, if I had the same mindset, the same beliefs, the same work ethic that I had before. It's also growing, right? And I always say this to people, happiness, not just like, oh, I'm happy today. No, I'm talking about pure fulfillment, pure happiness comes from two things, right? Giving and growing.
Here's a question. How do you explain then the people who have made a crap ton of money, multiple people, they've not done one bit of personal development, and they are still at the C-suite level of a company or in a position to make a lot of money with a company, maybe as a salesperson or as a business owner or a VP or an entry level? Why do we have to do all this personal development? I don't get it.
I hate to say it, but governments are not on your side. Banks are not on your side. Schools, universities are not on their side. They're all businesses. At the end of the day, they're out there because they want to make money. So you gotta stop waiting and hoping on the government to come and save you. Oh, listen, the government is gonna maybe do another, send us money, or the government's gonna do. No, the government will be struggling too, because it's gonna be a recession. Trust me.
It feels like more of a symbiotic relationship. If a university is not offering something that is meaningful to people paying the money to go to that university, and then they can then get a job, the university is not going to be a thriving business. They have to give enough good education in return for the money that people are paying for it. And if they're not, then they end up losing because people are not able to get the jobs that they want. There are some situations that people are on disability or unemployment and people still have to live. You cannot survive, in my opinion, today without having access, obviously, to food and clean water. And how do you get those things? With money. And so what if someone cannot get a job? Or what if someone is unhoused? Or what if someone has gone through a rough patch and they can't pay their mortgage and then they get evicted? It's really complex, and you're part of a society, you're part of a country. Then what are they supposed to do? I know there's good people and good organizations in the world that do help unhoused individuals, and the government doesn't necessarily offer anything, especially here in the United States. And I want to be careful about what I say because I don't want to impact my partner's job with what I say on the internet.
I hate to say it, but people like drama. Drama gets more people watching, right? I hate to say it, but there's nothing called bad publicity.
Yeah.
We've seen it over and over. People that get bad publicity, at some point, people forget that they did bad, or maybe not forget, but they just look it over and they still keep winning in life.
Balenciaga? Hello? Scandal? What do you mean people are going to forget that? There has been people who have run into a scandal and they've never financially recovered. There are whole organizations, there are whole businesses that are built on emergency, like revival of your reputation. They're hella expensive. Young Living had to hire one of those teams, and sometimes it is unrecoverable. I am not of the mindset that all publicity is good publicity at all. And if you disagree, you can let me know in the comments. And sure, I know I keep bringing up the person I react to the most on my channel, but she has said before so many times, and we hear this a lot shared by Afnan today, all negative views are good for her. Maybe. Okay then, but maybe not. Showing in a full-length video of what you've published on the internet, whether it's Afnan, Rakan, Kane, Jesse Lee Ward, Casey Lee Wiegand, Jessica Garvin, these top people, and showing in full, like a full length of what they said and not taking it out of context, I think it does help inform the consumer and let them know what they're getting into. And I think that's a good thing. The top multi-level marketing people are going to take it as always good for them. Okay, well, I'm never going to stop showing in full the stuff that is posted on these individuals' accounts. That was a short one. Thanks so much for joining me. If you are interested in more game changer / Afnan / Rakan content, let me know in the comments. I am trying to pair short videos along with longer content so that if you are more of a fan of short things, you can still dip your toes into what we're having fun talking about in the live chat. In the past, I've done a lot more live streaming than pre-recorded content, but with changes in my health that I've recently experienced, I'm adding more pre-recorded content, and not to take away from the live streams, but just in case. I appreciate the support. If you got to the end of this video and you liked it, the stream goat would really appreciate you licking the stream. Oh wait, where is it? Technical difficulty.
Lick the stream.
Thank you so much, and I will catch you on the next live stream or next pre-recorded video. Goodbye.